These are Morini exhaust sleeve nuts, and they come in a couple of sizes. The one on the right is for the 125 single, 250 and 350 twins, and the overboard, the 400. The one on the left is for the 500, both versions, the 400 and something 488cc, and the 507, known as the 501 engine, and also the 250 single, that's half of the smaller 500 V twin. And I've just had the exhaust system off the 500 I've been working on, and in fact this is one of the nuts from it, and these are often damaged. You know, people don't have the right tool for the job. I mean, this is a laser cut, I think, tool from North Leicester Motorcycles, specifically for the 500. I made my own tool which works slightly differently because it fits on the end rather than around the side. One of the things I can do with this is I can put a clamp on the exhaust system that stops the tool sliding out of the dogs. It also has the advantage it fits both the 350 and the 500 nuts. Now, I got a couple of 350 nuts here, and the one on the left is pretty much pristine, and the one on the right's very decent. But also in my collection are some complete horrors. You can see there's very much bent in and almost completely destroyed. You know, there's a real bad example. That was done by someone using a chisel to unscrew it. Now I've got plenty of 350, well, I say plenty, I've got an adequate supply of 350 exhaust sleeve nuts, but I haven't got a lot of spares of the 500. I found a couple of, one on the bike was decent, and I found another one. This one's not actually that bad, apart from having one tooth almost completely missing. So these are chromed, well, they look like brass, but I think they're more like a bronze. And I'm going to sacrifice one of these 350 nuts to experimentation and try building it up with the TIG and some, probably the nickel bronze filler rod, rather than the silicon bronze, because it's easier to build up without it just all dropping through. So I'm going to take this to the lathe and do a clean up inside and out to get rid of the chrome, and then I'll file between the teeth. I'm probably going to weld the whole thing solid, machine it back down and recut the dogs on the milling machine. But let's I mean, this one, I think it's got a crack in there, but I reckon if I've got solid over the top, it'll be a suitable reinforcement. I don't really want to have to try and grind the crack. Well, we may do. We'll see how we go. But I think the replacements tend to be stainless steel. I'm not 100% convinced that stainless steel in the alloy head is a particularly good idea. I do exhaust port repairs when I really need to. they cost about £75, well, possibly more now, but on that kind of order to have it done. But it's not something that always happens. I mean, this 78-500, which has clearly been messed around with by previous owners on a number of occasions, both its exhaust port threads are absolutely fine. So it's not like for instance, the screw-in stubs on Triumph Twins, which are a constant source of problems to the extent that they actually do stubs with oversized threads, so as they work loose and wear the threads in the head, you screw in an oversized, sort of 20 thou oversized sleeve to try and avoid having to do any major repairs. Anyway, I'm going to go and skim one of these in the lathe, and then we'll bring it back and see if we can do a TIG build up.